himself as well. He cared about the people he worked with, and he took the time to show that. My dad always had the ability to connect with people of all ages. He never lost his perspective on how people looked up to him as being a firefighter. Kids gravitated towards him, incoming firemen wanted to be him, and the old folks loved talking to him because he always took the time of day. My dad has taught me to develop myself with the habits I've learned from my papa, Pete Shanlow, the behaviors I've learned from him, and what's in my blood from his father, Jerry Sweeney, to add my own wisdom and to continue to grow into an honest, healthy person. My dad always said there's two types of people. There's family and there's outsiders. For all you at Menlo Park, you were and you are family. Thank you for the way you welcomed my family and myself into the fire department. Whether it was us barging in on your lunch or the Fireman Olympics, we always felt at ease around you. The one thing I always remember about the Fireman Olympics is the way my dad and his fellow softball players spoke so highly of Menlo Fire. They always said, let's do it the Menlo way, or we're Menlo, we're better than that. Doug Bond made my dad, and with so many of you, something that I one day hope to have. Dad, never told you this, but recently I spoke with one of your fellow firefighters, and he told me that you're the easiest guy to work for. He said you're the most professional guy when the time counted, and your guys need you the most laid back when the time deemed necessary. You created a balance in your life that made it easy for you to love your job you had, and at the same time care for your family at home. So Dad, on behalf of our whole family, congratulations on an outstanding career with Menlo Park Fire. Thank you for modeling us what it means to be a leader, a motivator, and a person with the right priorities. Thank you for leading a life so worthy of me to one day, hopefully soon, follow in your footsteps. We love you, and we are so proud of you.
Good.
Did Joey remind you of anything when he stood up here? Like the first day that Mike walked into the firehouse, it was just like Joey. Okay, we're going to have, why don't you do a presentation first on how you talk then. So let's come over to this side over here, presentation from the firefighter, the fire department, Chief, John Wordinger. Have you come up here. John Wordinger is going to be presenting on behalf of the fire department to Mike his badge, his embossed badge, his wallet badge, and his memorabilia nozzle. John and Mike worked together for many years as our Firefighters Association DVPs, Vice President, President, and DVPs to the union. They both accomplished a lot and a lot of support for the fire service.
Just want to say, I can't really follow anything that family said, but for those of you who don't know me, I started going to church pretty regular about 5 years ago, and really started praying for a lot of people to leave and retire. But the 5 guys are up here tonight getting honored.
They weren't any of them.
I can't replace them. I really wish they wouldn't leave, and it makes me kind of sick inside to know that they're moving on. For Mike itself, for the first 7 of the 15 years I've been here, a lot of the guys I looked up to in the department kind of told me to stay away from Mike, because with a name like the Teflon Don, you know, it's probably not someone you should be hanging out with when you're a new firefighter. But what I did learn after I started working with Mike pretty heavy and been through a lot of fights with him, that I really shortchanged myself for not knowing the first 7 years of my career, and I'm very happy that I have known him for the last 8, because he's really made me a better person. So, there you go.
honor Don in reference to his heritage. From the Firefighters Association, Randy Kelly presents a plaque to Mike Sweeney, and his Sweeney tag in the back of his turnout jacket, something he can hang in his house. Mike is a man of few words, but he's decided to give you just a few of those tonight. Come on up here. Start out with Chow, buonanotte.
You're just doing a roll tonight, aren't you? But you will retire someday. Someday. Before I get going here, Stephen, Megan, Joey, great speeches. I love you guys. Great job. Thank you, Kevin Brandon, and guys like Mike Stahl and John Hitchcock for putting the slideshow together. There's one or two pictures up there. I don't know where they came from. I wish they weren't up there. Anyway, thanks for putting this night together. Kevin Brandon, his wife's like going to have a baby tonight. She's done a lot of work, so thanks again, Kevin. And I got to tell you that so far the highlight of tonight, is honestly Dave Carr's dad. That was absolutely spectacular. I got chills listening to you talk. So, fill up your wine glasses. It's going to take a while. Not just yet, but we'll get to the hospitality suite and start drinking again soon here. So, just a few things. Tonight I'm very lucky to have the chance to recognize and thank some of my friends and co-workers that played such a significant role in my career. As we know, unfortunately, one is not here. Like me, I'm sure many of you miss him. As much as I do, he was a firefighter, a great father to my wife and Trish, proud papa to my kids, a great loving husband to Charlene. Love you, Charlene. He was my battalion chief when battalion chiefs did more than just do ADP half the time. And he was a friend of mine, and this is he. And I'm going to use that. I'm going to use the word friend a few times tonight. And Frank Pete was hit here, you still begin seeing these things, thinking that no one can do it as good as he could. He'd be right up here. I do. All my family come up again real quick. Michelle and everybody.
Come on!
Come on up. Because I have something for you. Come on up. So everyone, my friends who are not firefighters just think this whole thing's a bunch of, give me a break, right? Badges, and we're all the greatest people in the world, what a bunch of malarkey, but there's a lot of badges, and I've had a lot of badges over the year, thanks to guys like Randy Scherson who are like crazy on badges, and then JMR ordered up a couple here and there. So I have a badge for you now, Joey. Come on up. So I put one of my service pins and one of my badges in a little case. And it says, I believe in you, love Dad. I have one of my older firefighter badges. Megan, come on up. And it says, you are my day brightener and my heart warmer. To Stephen, another service pin in the badge that I have. It's a saying that I gave to him a long, long time ago, and I think he's kind of living by it. Never, never, never give up. And Michelle, my bugles, and thanks to Dick Cesarin,
when I first started, we just picked our badge from a hat, and I got badge number 1. And so here's my first badge I got and my first service pin, and it says, "We had a great career." We did. It's an honor to be sharing this night with these guys. Bill Gilmore, the big strange. I remember sitting in the dorm study room at Station 2 with Bill. Bill helped me with the square root. Thank God he became a better firefighter than a math tutor because I still don't understand that shit at all. Dave Carr, everyone's friend. Like Frank mentioned, the guy has no enemies. He's just a good, solid guy. A great ambassador for Menlo Park Fire. And where'd he go? There he is. The bar. It feels like Dave had like 10 years of a job when we started. He just seemed like the older, the senior guy. And I wish he was here. I just want to tell him a little secret that there's actually 7 stations in Menlo Park, not just Station 6 and Station 1. He needs to get out and see those other stations. Belkak, another guy who's impossible not to like, had some really good conversations with Bell at Station 4 the last year or two. Like Frank mentioned earlier, he was part of the Winning Tradition poster, also author of our the Health Nugget that he put out every month. And one was good, the other, not so much. Dave Dickinson, Mr. Charity, always willing to help any cause. Pleasure to. I'm glad you're here, Dave. I didn't witness it, but I heard your farewell riot at headquarters on Old Tom was things legends were made out of. So nice work on that. These are great guys who took a lot of pride in their work, and it was an honor to work with them. So thank you for that. Most of you know, like Frank mentioned, I was 19 when I got hired. Received a phone call from Assistant Chief Dick Cesarin, asked me if I wanted to come work for Menlo Park Fire, and he wasn't probably not expecting this, but I said, you know what, I'm not sure if I call you back. Like I said, I was 19, and what rhymes with 19? Stupid. I talked to my parents, and all they knew about the fire department was what my dad's nephew, who worked in the city during the 70s and 80s on Truck 6, told them about the fire department. They were concerned about their boy going to the fire department. They thought that's what every fire department was like, every firehouse was like. They asked me like what the pay was, the details about the job, and I didn't know, so I looked into it a little bit, came back later that night, told about the salary, and they have step raises and things like that. And before, mind you, I was living at home. Before I could finish his sentence, he said, "Take the job, buy a house." I was up at CSM, going to school, playing football up there, so I wanted to get some feedback from one of my coaches, and I wanted to go to college and get a degree like all 4 of my sisters who are here tonight, like they did, and follow in their footsteps, especially since I went to Sarah. They supposed to go to college after that. Underachiever. And so, I went and asked him, do I have any chance, the scholarship or anything, 4-year school? And he just smiled at me and said, "Son, take the job." So, like I said, being 19, I actually played 1 more week until I got hired. Before I got hired, I was still playing. Not a good move. And then on October 16th, like Greg Neal mentioned that day, 1981, my mom made my lunch, wrote my name on my bag, and I drove my parents' 1967 Country Squire station wagon to 300 Littleville Road. And I knew very little about Menlo Park. I really did not know much about Menlo Park. When you're from Redwood City, born and raised, God's country, why would you, I knew how to have fun. I had lots of friends. I knew football, but most importantly, I knew what a good family was. And with the guys who are here tonight, guys like Ray Abel, Larry Parsons, and Brian Dixon, my first captains Joe Ross and Don Ellerson, guys like Kevin McDowell, and many more, I learned
not only how to be a good firefighter, but really what it took to be a good firefighter, and what it meant to be part of the fire family, like Bill Henry touched on earlier. The first year was tough. I mean, hell, the first week was tough. They had to teach me, show us how to make a bed, which I did not know how to do. With military folds, I had to clean, they showed us how to clean toilets. You know, I was like, Mom, can you come down? You know? I mean, come on, you know, that's really. So, and then sitting at the kitchen table during our first week of days, there was this guy in dirty coveralls, and he's kind of got long hair, he's got that, you know, stupid fireman 70s mustache going, and the guy's just busting my balls all during lunch, the whole time just giving me that time about how I've never had a girl mustache, so I've never been shaved yet, how, you know, Sarah, and just really give me a bad time. I mean, this guy's just jealous that, you know, I got a job as a fireman, and he's just some greasy mechanic guy. I'm thinking, you know what, come 5 o'clock, this guy's gonna get a little tune-up, right? So, end of the day rolls around, it's like 4 o'clock, and I see this guy come out of the shop, and he just drops his coveralls, and he's got these work pants and fire department t-shirt on, and work boots on, and walks in the apparatus room and grabs his turnouts and goes, hey, I'm back on the truck! Back on the truck? Oh yeah, that's like Gary Susanetti, he's been here like 10 years. I'm glad I did not mix it up with that. Man, that was sort of a bad way to start my career there. And he did get walked by, gave me a little nod, and hey, what's up, Dick? We're going to go fight though, actually. The 12-month written test came up, and me and my good buddies, Gunny Neal there, and Bob Fritter, we just didn't study hard enough that last quarter. And 2 other kiss asses in our group, I won't mention any names, big hats. Thank God we had some fires. I got to make a rescue or 2, gain some stock, and we all got another chance. Thank you to all of you who went to bat for us during that time. Never forget that. I still was going to mention the word friend a few times tonight, and a friend is a person who you like and enjoy being with. It's a person who helps and supports you. And tonight, obviously, it's about friendship. It's my fellow firefighters, past and present. It's about family. And yes, we are a family. We are not a business. I wish there was more guys here, so I want young guys here to pound it into your head. Let anyone tell you differently. We don't have sales quotas. We are not on Wall Street. We have no stock to trade. This company does not close on weekends or holidays. And the only product we have is us. And if we don't take care of us, if we don't take care of us, it becomes difficult to do what we really want to do, and that's take care of others, because that's what friends and that's what family does. I'm very lucky to have my immediate family here tonight. All 4 of my sisters, they're all right there at that table. Maureen, Stevie, Sharon, Eileen. Those are Irish names. Mom and Dad be proud of us. Between the 5 of us and my parents, there's 223 years of marriage. Wow. Pretty good. My sister Sharon is actually a Stanford grad, did the math on that. I love you guys. To my friends over there, McMillan, Bobby Mack, who had to leave earlier, Turner, Thorpes, McSweeney's, Bradley's. See a common theme here? Irish people. And my good friend, Robbie Satcher, and his dad, Rich Satcher. Thank you for being here. And another good friend, Satcher, Lori Satcher. She's in Europe right now, actually in Italy. So that's the house that Michelle actually spent the most time at when I was at work. Where every day is a fun day. Every night's a Friday night. And, they kept the wine industry alive. So thank you. And thank you for taking care of Michelle and the kids while I was on duty. And making me always feel like being a firefighter was something special.
It's going to cost you, Mike.
You spend a lot of hours in the firehouse, and you have great memories. You also have some lousy memories. And not to bring anyone down, but you know, every time I see the guy, I think about it, and it's always an odd thing for me. I was raised captain, raised as captain, which never should happen, but things work out that way. And I remember signing his injury report form when he got hurt, and I kind of get teared up right now, and I knew he wasn't coming back, you know. And when you know, I just did it, kind of looked at him, he kind of looked at me, and it was just, you know, it was a lousy deal, but he put in 36 straight years, and Ray, I love you. I'll never forget that day, and this never happened, but love you. The good stuff. In August 1986, Michelle came by Station 5 and handed me this little tiny giant, the smallest little giant cat I've ever seen. I didn't get it, but that twinkle in her eye, she came to Station 5 and told me we're having a baby. And 9 months later, Big Steve came around. My wife Michelle, we made it. Thank you. You helped me study streets. Now I know why I probably failed that last 12-month test. You brought me lunch, you brought me dinners. We come to holidays, firehouse and holidays, and celebrate, and I mean celebrate. Thanks, Jen. Easter. There you go. Yes. You brought the kids. My firehouse when I missed them, which was really great. Until my oldest son Steve said it was really cool going to Station 1, and I go, why Station 1? What's wrong with Station 6 or 4 or something? He goes, no. I go, because the slide pole's a problem. He goes, no, it's because of all the nudie magazines in the dorm. You put the kids down there with Michelle, so I just studied during paramedic school, the captain's test and PC's test. Like all wives, you did a great job being a single mom. To all the moms and future moms out there, here's to you. So my friends on Number 5, give yourselves a round of applause. To my friends at Number 5 Fire, past and present, guys like Brian Dixon who left tonight, and Brian Beadnell, I miss you guys. Two really couple of legends right there. Thank you. I'll miss guys like Brendan Murphy. Is he still here? Did he leave? He's here. He's here. All right. The guys like Brendan Murphy, the kind of guy who makes a job fun and interesting. The kind of guy that while on a routine medical call, would go to someone's house, if they had a piano, he would just sit down in turnouts and start playing their piano. You know, and some of these older people in Appleton and Menlo Park, the piano probably hasn't been touched in 20 years. And for them to hear the sound, the tunes coming off that piano, it actually, I just saw people just light up and actually just made their day. So, Brendan, God bless you. Guys like Ross Brzee, yes, I said Ross, who gave me a little card. He can't be here. He had something going on, but he sent me a really nice card, really nice note. But you know, you would not just go on calls. Guys like Ross would actually develop relationships with the citizens, and not just for one day, but you know, over long periods of time. He would call people after the call, take care of them, and he just had a special touch with that. You know, most of us just go to a call and just kind of blank out and forget about it. Ross blanked out a few times, but he would still really take care of these people, especially if they were veterans of our great country. He really did went the extra mile for them. I kind of miss him and Sid here, not heckling, you know, here and Sid getting out a little bullshit with all of us up here. My first crew at Station 1, the time with Station 2 with Jeff McDowell, standing at the apparatus room doors in the middle of the night with just his little superhero whitey-tidies on, making sure Rescue 2 got out safely, and then he would actually wake up when we came back and make sure we returned safely, we didn't hack into anything. Thank you. To the guys that fight Deuce, I wish some of them were here. Guys, Overactor, Stitchka, Tokin, Mariani. To the original 8 at Station 1, the Dream Team at Station 2, AT and Q. The great years with Babs and Draymar, Roy, and so many others. I love you guys, and I'm proud to say you're my friends. To the guys that we weeks in San Diego or LA or Sacramento, and all the games at Twin Creeks playing softball. Those are great memories, but God, we just sucked this year so bad. So, I don't know what happened. But we gotta do better next year. Frank, you did a great job tonight. Thank you. Actually, one of my best experiences was doing Park and Frank. Well, this isn't rain, but it has to happen. But seriously, I put in a training request to go to FDNY to take a class at their training center on fire tactics and terrorism. It just happened to coincide with St. Patty's Day. And I got to tell you, marching through the streets of Manhattan, I was able to walk the St. Patty's Day parade with the Class A uniform on. Hundreds of thousands of people on that clear March day is a memory I'll never forget. So thank you, Frank, for convincing the chief on that one. For the other firefighters out there, put that on your bucket list. Go to New York, walk in the St. Patty's Day parade. It's a great experience. Another bucket list is if you're ever feeling down about your job and you want to get motivated again, go to an IFF convention, listen to President Schneeberger speak, Harold Schneeberger. He will actually light a fire under your ass, and you'll come back with more energy than you ever thought you could have about being a firefighter. And you always know, after listening to him, that the unit will always have your back. One of the first books I read, yes, I read, was actually, after I retired, it was a book by Colin Powell, General Colin Powell, how it worked for me, a great book. And it talks about infantry school and how the theme was drilled into them. I'm kind of paraphrasing here, but it's Lieutenant, you may be starving, but you must never show hunger. You always eat last. You may be freezing or near heat exhaustion, but you must never show that you are cold or hot. You may be terrified, but never show fear. You are the leader, and the troops will reflect your emotions. You must believe that no matter how bad things are and how bad things look, you can make it better for them. For the past 15 or so years, I've been trying to do that. I was getting closer to that 30, 31 year mark. It became harder and harder to live that way. It was tough because, I spent time, obviously on duty, I spent a lot of time off duty with these guys. So it was difficult. But then I would reflect back on what General Powell said in his book. And it was, no matter what your job, you are there to serve. It makes no difference if it's in government, military, business, or any other endeavor. Go in with a commitment to selfless service, never selfish service. And cheerfully and with gratitude, take your gold watch and plaque, get off the train before someone throws you off, go sit in the shade of the drink, and take a look at the other tracks and the other trains out there. Spend a moment or two watching the old train disappear and start a journey, a new journey on a new train.
It was awesome.
And that's the train I'm on. May the road rise up to meet you. May the wind be always at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face. And the rain fall soft upon your fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the hollow of his hand. Thank you. Yeah.